88 Films.
We are back. Another
Sup?
week.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Ring the button or ring the bell.
Sound it
it's
off.
called.
Bah.
We're back. Another podcast. Store Credit. DC. Briss. Today we'll be answering some questions. Cool. Ask more questions here, so we'll keep this going.
Yep.
First off, one of the questions was actually that I liked was from the regular show, from the Thursday show.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, or she, I don't know. Let me check the name. But point is, somebody asked, how do you differentiate from keeping something for a long time or knowing that you're going to sell something right away? And honestly, that is a really good question because it just happens. I don't feel like you know what you're hanging on to. You just feel it and you really like something, at least for me. Because I've hanged on to very expensive stuff that just happens to like hit for me, like in my, like that I like. And I've hanged on to like a $20 vintage Champion pullover forever. You know, like obviously I have way more stuff than that, but those are two examples. But I think you just feel it. And then sometimes I feel like I sell things obviously because sometimes you just need the bread. So I don't really feel like there's a thing like, oh, I'm gonna hang on to these for a while. But yeah, obviously you do say like, oh, this is a one-time wear. But yeah, sometimes you just know like, oh, I'm gonna wear this a couple of times and try to get a fresh one again when this one looks a little bit more beat up.
Yeah, not everything looks good after you wear it a couple times. I feel like with clothes, it kind of does, but shoes, not really. It's harder to like wearing a good pair of shoes and it still like look good than it is for like a good vintage tee or like even a solid pair of pants because they just don't have the same wear and even like just the way you wear it. Because like I don't wash one of my pants unless I really need to. And then like a t-shirt, I'll wash it like after one or two wears. But yeah, also the way things fit sometimes, or even just being able to get it or know like, oh damn, if I get rid of this, I'm never gonna see it again. And like, do I really want to like get rid of it if I know that? You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like other things, but like newer stuff we get in all the time, and I feel like it doesn't have as much sentiment like new releases. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, yeah, like with vintage, I don't like buying online because I don't know how it's gonna fit, how it feels.
Oh yeah.
We are closed on Mondays, by the way. A lot of people do happen to come while we're filming the pod, and it literally says it on Google, Apple, everything that we're closed on Mondays. So just look at your phone. It's crazy how much technology you have on your phone sometimes. No, but yeah, back to it. Yeah, you know, with a vintage tee, like I hate buying it online. Like right now, Alex iMac, he's so horny to get this Bjork tee off me that I actually really do like. So I don't know, you know, I might just try to buy this Oasis tee off of him.
Yeah.
But like that, I don't know how that Oasis tee is gonna fit me, you know. And that's why he keeps like he always tells me I'm gonna bring it. He never brings it back. He brought it by on a day that I wasn't here.
Facts.
But yeah, with vintage, you just know, like even for example, people forward me the same Eddie Iron Maiden tee that I always wear.
Yeah.
But it's just like I always tell them like I can't just buy this shirt because I don't know how it feels. Like it looks nice, and obviously I always need a fresh one because even my one that I'm wearing right now is starting to rip because I wear it so much. But you just know how like you gotta try it on and see. I mean, for me, it's Fitment. I want to be comfortable in it. Like I recently got this Akira tee from Luke, and it fit me really well, and I like how it wears. And to me, it's not even that I'm gonna show it off that I'm wearing it. And most of the time, I'm not wearing it today.
Yeah.
But I just wear it under because it feels nice. It feels comfortable after it's washed. But yeah, I never know. Like a big staple of mine that became was my fragments, and that just happened because I happened to like the fit of the fragment, and I liked how the shoe looked on me. And even the Celine jeans that I wore to the ground that I still haven't washed to this day, I saw them on the runway, and I was like, oh, they look nice. I'm gonna check them out. So I pre-ordered them in 2019, and they finally came out in 2020. I think, if I'm correct, whatever. But I've had them for a long time, and same thing. I kind of wore them once, and it was the winter, and I didn't know how I felt like wearing ripped jeans in the winter. So then when finally spring came along and I got to wear them, it just kind of became a thing where like they're just there on the floor.
Yeah,
And
just ready.
I mentioned it with the Supreme denim that I just came out, the raw. It just became my new thing.
Yeah.
And those I could wear year round because they don't have rips. I feel like a ripped denim for me, mainly spring, summer. LA year round, but yeah, it just happens. You just feel it. And same thing, like for example, like I got the the gratitudes. I haven't sold them. They're somewhere in my closet, but same thing. I like the shoe, but then sometimes if I need something for trade, I'll be like, oh, I could grab this, this, and this makes up for this. So it's just always recycling product.
Yeah, because there's certain things you don't get attached to, or like, oh, if I really want it again, like the gratitudes, for example, they just came out. I could get rid of this pair I wore, and then maybe down the line, if I wanted them again, get them in the future because it's a little bit more accessible. To whereas like even like a random vintage tee, it's not as easy because you might see that one, and yeah, you might even see it again, but it's not gonna fit the same way as the one that you had already previously. But nah, I totally get that because even recently I picked up a tee from Alex too, some fucking Wu-Tang tee, and it was expensive, and I really didn't want to like come out of pocket for it, so I like traded him some shit and added cash, whatever. But even then, it was like I don't know. I'm like the type of person I got to trade like vintage for vintage or shoes for shoes, whatever. So like I even though I didn't want to, I got rid of stuff that I knew like I like it, but I only wore it like a handful of times. So to me, it's like, why even have it if it's just gonna collect dust and somebody else can enjoy it? And I thought it was cool because I sold them to him, and then like I guess one of the tees I bought, the dude that made the like rap tees book bought it. So I thought that was cool because he's probably gonna get
one.
Yeah, he's probably going to get way more enjoyment out of that tee. And I for sure already worn the tee I got off Alex way more than I wore that tee. And I had that tee for years.
Yeah, I mean, it happens with everything. Like right now, I sold again, and this is like for everybody that's like, oh, you guys get everything, blah blah blah. Or like you guys don't lose, and I'm like, oh, you lose and you win. Like
Facts.
I sold my SB4 used for $200 because I needed bread at that time. Sold it, boom. But now I'm looking for an SB4 size 10, and it never comes in, and they're going for higher and higher and higher. Like they're going up in value slowly, especially my size. And I know I'm gonna have to pay for it, but that's something that I'm on the hunt for. So the hunt never ends, like I'm still. That's another shoe that like, yeah, I had, but I do want back just because it's such a nice shoe that I'm like, fuck, like nothing that great that I want is coming out. But then you never know. What if the military comes out before it, and supposedly they're gonna use the same shape, and I'm like, oh, it's the same shoe to me because it's
it's just blue instead of
Nike Air
green.
blue, yeah. But yeah, it just happens. Sometimes you want something back, sometimes you don't. I'm not too huge on buying the same shoe over again, but there's some shoes that you do want back just because it's a nice shoe.
Is there any pair that you got rid of and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that, or even like a tee, whatever, that you're just like, damn, I got rid of it, and like I know I'm not gonna see it anytime soon again, or
the friends and family fragment that we sold here at opening.
Yeah,
that one, because I got it for such a good price. Obviously, we sold it for a lot, but
yeah,
I'm never gonna get it back ever. The Deftone, same thing. The Freddy Krueger,
yeah.
Maybe even the What the Dunk. I've seen somebody wear What the Dunks, but again, like the
mismatch thing.
No, the mismatch, and also like the glue on the side coming undone. Like it's a big thing for me.
That's the trip, because with SBs that don't bother me. Like I'll wear them, and
nah, it bothers me. MF Doom, same thing. I can't buy them no more. Like I see on my size, and I'm just like, nah, I can't do it.
The only thing that bothers me with SBs is when the material peels or cracks.
Yeah, like I want a new Slam City skate to drop. Like they should redo that shoe and actually release it. Because that shoe's really good, but that grip tape material type at the toe,
it always breaks.
It breaks, but yeah, I think those. I mean, even the ZRTZ 95, I gave it to Demo because he really wanted it. Mm-hmm. I literally gave it to him, and then it came back to my life, and I took it because I got it for a good price.
Sick.
But it always comes back around. I mean, we even saw that fucking the Chicago one thing that happened at the store where it came back to me, and literally the person didn't wear it since I did that big trade for him.
That's hilarious.
And again, like a lot of people might be like, damn, you traded that off-white Chicago for a vintage tee.
Yeah.
And to me, I've worn the fuck out of that vintage tee, and I love that vintage tee, and I'll never sell that vintage tee.
So it was worth it.
So it was worth it for me.
Yeah.
And then now that customer that got it, he's hyped on getting that Chicago one, and it was mad funny because a lot of people were like, "Damn, what the fuck is that random rep lace on the shoe?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's actually a Euro one."
The
that I
white all
yeah,
whites.
from the white, so it's a real lace. But yeah, I mean, I feel like with me, I never really know what I'm gonna wear once, because even like if we mentioned threes, I just got the wrong size. I got a 10.5 instead of 10 because I was being horny and I really wanted it. So the first one that came in, I took.
Yeah, you're just like, I need that.
But yeah, sometimes you just need trades or you need bread, and luckily with sneakers, you could always resell it.
Yeah, and yeah, at the end of the day, if you really want, it's gonna come back eventually, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, you just kind of feel it. It's not a thing that you're like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna keep this forever. It just happens. It becomes part of your look, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it kind of like, I think we both have pieces in our like collection, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that we either wear all the time, or it's like, oh shit, I know that's you right there. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
even like my jackets, a lot of people are always like, get rid of your jackets, and I'm like, no, bro. Even that Prada jacket story that I said in a couple pods ago, it's like, bro, I went through hula hoops to get that jacket back. Like, as in, like, I literally, that jacket cost me 15 bands.
no, yeah,
cost me double because I really wanted that jacket.
no, yeah, and then I mean, shit, you have it, and just knowing that you have it, I feel you on that, because that's like kind of me with my fucking entourage is. Maybe worn it twice, but the fact that
And you probably never get that shoe back.
Yeah. Nah, and trust me, there's been times where I think like, man, fuck this. Why do I even have this? But it's nice to not because it's like a material item. It's just nice to, it's like stupid petty like life goals. You know what I mean? Where it's like sometimes it's material things, sometimes it's doing certain things, especially when it's something you never thought you'd attain.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Like even like just not even personal. It's just even for store.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have too many shoes that we keep. But we like the Mr. Cartoon Spiderweb, we decided to keep it because, like, it's like, do we sell the shoe for $800 or do we just keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, just keep it. And then the Livestrong one that we sold, what was it, 600?
Mm-hmm.
We sold it for 600, and then it came back, and I'm like, fuck it, we got the real one, as in like the OG colorway.
Yeah.
Might as well keep the set of the Spiderweb, and it's cool to have. And then even with the Travis Friends and Family one, what the biggest difference is the buttons on the side, but for us it's cool to have because we got it for a good price.
And people like seeing them.
People like seeing them in the case, and then also it's cool to authenticate. You know, like, oh shit, because Travis's are tricky.
No,
So
yeah, some of the new ones are really good, like reps. Yeah, and it's cool to be able to have shit like that people could come check out, and even same thing if we like, yeah, we could sell it, make our bread on it, whatever, but like, it's part of the store's collection, and it looks cool. And even with like the Kobe P's, we don't have them on display right now, but we have them. And if people ask us to see them, we'll show it to them.
Yeah, we'll show it to them. Yeah, but it's certain things. And again, like, we're not greedy. Like, again, like that shoe, we were literally going to sell that at $800. And again, who knows what real market well, that should be the real market. But it's like, fuck it, let's just keep it. And it's not like we lowballed. We fucking paid, I think, $650 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like we were gonna make 150, and it's like, do we make 150 or do we just keep it? It's like, all right, let's just keep it.
No, yeah, it's cool.
It just happens, you know. Technically, if something will always have a price. You know, somebody comes up to me and says like, "Yo, I have fucking 5 bands for your bunny shirt." I'll be like, "All right, bet it's gone." You know.
Yeah.
For example, when I got those Dior Cos
the
figures, the plushes. I paid, what was it, 15 bands for both?
Off rip,
which was retail. And in my head, I'm like, oh, these are going to be in my apartment forever. Those shits were literally in my apartment for 2 seconds.
Yeah, you got.
Because somebody offered me 28 G's.
And that was a good flip because.
Yeah, literally, money wired. Took them back downtown. It was a pain in the ass to get from around to New York City to the Bronx, and then from the Bronx back down to ship them.
I remember because those shits had those crazy ass cases.
Yeah, glass cases that I had. Oh my god, shipping that thing. But same thing. It's like something that I thought, I was like, nobody's ever gonna buy this off me. It's crazy. Sold it for, I made almost double. Literally I think I had them in the apartment for a day, if that.
It was literally a night. It was literally quick in and out. It was like.
Yeah, I should have just left them around too.
Yeah. Bro,
literally.
That was funny.
Yeah, but see, you never know. Like, There's something always. Somebody offered me $28,000 for 2 plushes. Gone.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes you just kind of know too. Like, all right,
And it's something I'm like, I don't need these 2 little plushes in my room. Like, for what?
like only I'm gonna see them and like,
Yeah, I'm gonna see them, and it's just like, all right, cool. 28 vans just sitting there.
nah, yeah,
Like even I just found out. So I got the original invitations from LV, which was like the clock,
oh yeah, I
and then
remember those.
the Michael Jackson glove.
Yeah,
And one of our homies just posted it, and he's like, "Bro, have you seen what they're going for?" And I was just like, "Nah." And then he sent me like actual sellings, and
Yeah.
they've sold anywhere from like 35 to 6,000.
what?
And I'm just like, the clock is literally hanging in my room.
Oh shit! You just been not thinking nothing of it.
Yeah, because I got it
Yeah.
for free. I'm just like, oh, cool.
Oh shit!
Like the clock is just there.
Telling time.
Not even. I don't even have it on because it's fucking loud. Like it's
Oh,
like
shit.
it's like fuck that.
Yeah, that's hard. I didn't know that shit was hitting like that, but it makes sense because it was during the V era.
But yeah, I think that's what makes it. Yeah, there's no like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this at all. Like that was a good question because in reality, I'm just like, I never know what I'm gonna keep. I bought shirts from Alex that I thought I was gonna keep forever, and some good shit came in, and I traded it.
Yeah. No, and there's sometimes you just wake up one day and you're just like, man, fuck everything, and you just get rid of a pile
Yeah,
of stuff.
say like right now I'm in this cycle of like,
Yeah.
oh, I want sneakers. Like I fucking want sneakers.
Yeah.
And then next week I'm gonna be wearing mules every day, and then just like fuck everything.
yeah.
Yeah, but to me it's also cool when people are like so hyped that we're getting in like all this sick product. And again, we never tax on our personals.
Yeah. No, that's the thing too. I think sometimes, I mean, we don't talk about it because it doesn't matter. But even sometimes when product is fucking slow to come in, we'll bring in like some of our personal shit because we know like some of it's stuff people look for,
Yeah,
and just to like bring traffic to the store. And sometimes it makes people want to bring shit in too. They're like, oh fuck, they got that, and or I have this too, or like I got some cool shit that I could take them to, you know.
yeah. But
So-
that was the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Well, long ass answer. What else, Rob? What else?
Alright, so some guy wants you to talk about the spider clothing and Thug wearing it in court. What is that? I don't know.
Spider?
Oh, because he wore the
Yeah, because
varsity jacket.
he endorses Spider because obviously he's Spider.
Slat.
Slat.
Yeah, he
but
wore
yeah,
that on the Matty Boy.
but
Chrome
yeah,
shit.
he was wearing his whole fit to his court hearing. I mean, he's just getting fly for court. There's nothing much to it.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that they could do that. I thought they had to wear like.
I mean, I didn't know either. So you learned something new. That's
Yeah.
news to us. I thought it was cool. I mean,
Yeah.
again, the guy's going to court. I mean, it's out of like.
Just wear whatever you want.
I mean, it's
I
not in.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's facing legal issues. Like I don't know much of it. I don't pay attention to what's going on with Young Thug's life.
Alright, here we got another one. What's your 1 minute mile race?
Fastest or
Alright, what's your 1 minute?
currently?
Yeah.
Currently, say if some like the world depended on it that I was gonna run this mile, I could give you a 6.
Under 6?
Under 6. If like you're like, yeah, the world's gonna explode if you don't run it, I'll be like, yeah, 6 easy, cake, backwards. But my fastest I think I've ever done was like 5:16.
It's fucking fast.
But yeah, but my steady mile, like my steady, and again, it's like not even gloating. My steady, just I could eat a bad week of McDonald's, and you tell me it's gonna be a 7:30, like easy.
What about you, DC?
Life dependent on it, maybe 7. Like maybe.
No, you can do better than that.
Like yeah, like
You
I.
can do better than that.
Nah,
Nah,
7, but that's like saying safe.
Yeah.
Like as in like yo, like
Cause I don't run at all.
if somebody told me like, hey,
if
if you don't beat that time, you're gonna have to run butt naked around the street. I'll tell you, yeah, 6. Like yeah.
yeah, I would say 7. Cause my average like mile, like if I'm just chilling, like 8:39. Like, cause I don't really run like that. But when I was running heavy, it was like a solid like under 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so and then another guy's asking, at the 9-minute mark, you said my main goal is not even to make sales. Can you elaborate on that? I think you were talking about like the website and stuff.
Okay, so again, people hear what they want to hear. It actually has worked to what I wanted. People are going onto the website, and again, that's like 10% of our product, even less. People are my goal for that is for people to go on there and be like, damn, they have a decent selection of stuff, which you're not just getting Jordan 1 mids, you know. they have cool product, and people do come in and and then when these are new customers that never heard of us. Well, they've heard of us, kept up with us, I guess, a bit. And they're coming in and we're like, oh, they're like, oh, like, where's the stuff from the website? And I'm like, it's not even on display. That's just the website stuff. And they're buying stuff from the sales floor because I would say we cater to our in-store sales more. And they're like, oh, sure, you guys have way better product in store. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. So it's just for people to go on and see a little bit of what we have in our website section and to come in and shop here. It's more just to like show people what we have, and slowly we're gonna be uploading everything that's here onto the website, so then the entire store can be shoppable online or in store. But for now, it's just stuff that we can't. Essentially, I'm running out of space and I need more shelves. And what's for the shelf? The online store. It's another shelf. It's more shelf life for shoes.
It just gives people like another set of eyes, and it's the easiest way to let people know, hey, we have stuff.
Or like, let's say you come in and you're shopping in here, like, damn, that's all you have in a 6? No, you could look at our website. We still have it. It's downstairs or wherever's, you know? But yeah, it's more shelf life. And yeah, I mean, yeah, people buy stuff on there, but my main goal for the website is our merch. Sneakers could sell in here.
Gotcha. And then some guy says, keep it up. Favorite shop in Chicago that isn't round 2.
That is in round 2?
I can't answer that because I've never been to Chicago.
What did I like in Chicago? I mean, it might not be around. Boneyard was kind of cool when I went there.
What is over there? Boneyard, RSVP, Notre. What else?
Notre.
Oh, yeah,
Notre. I think Notre was the best just because at that time it had cool like
Product.
selection of stuff that it wasn't just streetwear. It had like a little bit of everything. Notre. I think Notre was number 1 for me out there while I was over there.
Nice. It's a good store.
Let's see what else.
Somebody asked me to elaborate on what I meant when the shoes that Michael Jordan played in. And it's not necessarily always they're like, oh, off-whites. He didn't play in off-whites. And I'm just like, bro, it's a nice shoe. But I'm talking about like retros, like why they come back and stuff like that. And they asked me about like him wearing Cherry 11 lows, like at one of his camps. And to me, it's just like, nah, because to me, like, okay, like what he's wearing, I think when I mean that is, for example, Cherry 12, I remember him, what year was that, 97? Wearing the pinstripe Black Bulls jersey with the white and cherries. And I was just like, bro, like, that looks sick. Like, him walking onto the court with the pinstripe, with the fucking... like, to me, that's just, like, that's an idol of mine, being like, oh, fuck, this looks amazing. Like, him wearing the same uniform with 94 Jordan 1s. And in reality, he said that they were actually 85s in the Last Dance, right?
Yeah.
He was saying that shoe that was supposedly the 94s, he said that was a 1985 that was a size too small, that his toes were bleeding after that game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's certain things, like even, for example, the famous picture of him wearing the Bordeaux with Michael Jackson. That, to me, how he was wearing it, damn, that looks fucking sick as hell. But yeah, I think it's like stuff like that where you're just like, damn, that looks cool as fuck. So... and this is somebody that I idolize growing up. So I think it's like along those lines where I'm just like, all right, cool. Like my inspo behind wearing that shoe was the influencer wearing that shoe. Is that my food or?
Nah, just a shorty.
Oh, okay. Oh. No, yeah. So, it's just like that was the influence, you know, like, again, like I always say it, like some of these shoes aren't selling nowadays because the right people aren't wearing them for long enough or early enough, where you're like, damn, I want that shoe when it comes out.
I feel like it's that and a mix of nostalgia too. Like they don't have that nostalgia.
Yeah. Like, for example, like when Kanye, again, I always talk about when Kanye did the Yeezy 1 rollout, I saw fucking Big Sean, I saw Virgil, I saw him, and I saw like them wearing cool. And the only reason I bring up Big Sean is because I actually saw him in person wearing that shoe before it came out. I was like, oh shit, it's the Yeezy 1. But yeah, you see like Kanye's outfits, and again, the whole Kanye effect, like for our generation, the Kanye effect was crazy, where like this fool would wear shoes that you might have already been wearing because you're a fan of the Jordan, but now Kanye's wearing it in a different way, and you're just like, damn, that shit looks sick. Like when he wore the wax with the 2001s.
When you wore the Aqua 8s.
Aqua 8s, you know, stuff like that. And when he had like his whole streetwear era where he was wearing sick shit. Pharrell too. But yeah, I think for me it was mainly Kanye. But yeah, Jordan had that influence where I was just like, fuck, this shit looks nice, you know?
Yeah, because even the Kanye shit, when his shit was going around, as soon as he would post wearing something new, people would try to find a way to get it or wear it and like put their own like Kanye onto it, like how they're gonna look like fucking Kanye. And I was like, bro, that shit was nuts.
Yeah, there was shout out Troy D 247. I think that was his Instagram name. He had a big page where it was like a selling platform on Instagram before that was a thing on Instagram, where he had people that just like Jerry Lorenzo influence, the Kanye influence, that people would just sell the shit that
they wore
in that. That was a crazy time, I would say.
Yeah, he would literally put a picture of the item with them wearing it or like some shit,
shit like
that.
And
like
then people would be selling it on his page.
And he would also like throw in his fit pics where he was also wearing
the exact same thing that these people were wearing. But yeah, that was a crazy time. And I think again, like even Jerry Lorenzo, I think I became a big fan of his early on because he was selling double RL denim on Instagram. And I was just like, fuck, like, this guy has crazy shit. And I think I DM'd him and he just started replying to me and he started telling me, if I'm correct, that how he was going to launch a brand and blah, blah, blah. And that's why he was selling all this stuff. And I think one of the first pieces was a VAR City jacket that Pusha T wore, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So to me, just like, again, like, yeah. So to me, the cool thing was that like, damn, this guy replied to me and made me feel like, oh shit, he's telling me about his brand. So that's why I'm going to support it at a very early stage. Virgil would do the same thing with you would post his stuff and he would go comment on your stuff. So you would feel like, damn, Virgil saw my post, whatever, you know, call it dick writing, but that was cool. You know, like I was just like,
no, yeah, it's just feeling like you're involved and like.
No, but I just thought it was sick as fucking, you know, like, and that's, I learned from these people, like, you can't be too far out because once you start being too far out or you start being too cool, and again, I at the end of the day, I'm just a fucking dude selling sneakers and clothes, you know? So I learned when people tag us to go on the Instagram and go comment on their stuff, you know, because you want to make people feel part of something.
Yeah, like they appreciate it too.
Yeah, they appreciate it. Like, for example, Cindy Fit. I feel like Cindy Fit is not to us, it's not a way to fucking get you to buy something. Like for us, people actually look forward to these runs, and there's one tonight. And I'm not there, you know, at the most I ask you for is a picture at the end of the day, you know, that's it. We're not doing anything else. It's a community fitness thing and people feel part of something. And again, people get together and stuff like that. And even now people coming for the reels. People literally come to be on the reel at the end of the night, which is cool as fuck.
Pick reels. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like you learn from these people that influenced you, and now you're becoming a product. And even like, you know, the Jeff and Eds of the world, the fucking Sean, Chris, and Luke's. Like these people influenced us to learn from them, from their mistakes, from their good, from their bad. And even I want people to learn from my mistakes, from my good or my bad to keep going. So even with Jordan, Kanye, I think those two were the biggest. I mean, even I would say Dipset for a bit had a big thing for me where I was just like, damn, like baggy jeans, because everybody was doing skinny. But yeah, just catching on the influence and making it your own. I would say that was a big thing.
Yeah, because there's definitely ways to be influenced by something and not just also it be like you're just following trends. You make it your own and you put your own twist on it.
Yeah, like even when I play basketball, I try to like play like gracefully. I like passing the ball and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm paying attention to basketball players. I'm paying attention to like fools move on the soccer field, like on the pitch. Like I did this move where like, you know, I don't know if you guys ever seen it. I don't know what it's called in soccer, but like where they let it pass by them and then they do the spin move and the ball's already rolling. Yeah. I did that in basketball where somebody threw me an outlet and I saw it and I kind of waited like if I was doing it, and the defender, I let it pass me and I know I'm fast enough where I'm like, I'm gonna go get this ball. So the defender was stuck.
He was still looking for it.
And he was still looking for it, and it's past him, and then I'm just running around him. So it's just like I pay attention to like little things like that. But it's always like there's always some influence. And I always tell people like everything's a copy of something. You know, something's already original. That's why people sample music and stuff like that.
Yeah, everything's just like it evolves in its own way.
Yeah. How can you make it better?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, people talk shit like, oh, I saw a comment saying like, damn, Luke's pissed to be at a round 2 store again, you know? And I was just like, nah, you know, me and Luke are good friends outside of this. And we always talk about business and we talk about real life, you know, like my life isn't the store. You know, I have hobbies and things that I like. And that's why I would say the brand does so well, because it's all these little things that I do in life that I'm just like, oh, this inspired this. The museum hat was inspired by an old guy in London sitting down drinking his coffee. Like, that's where the inspo came from, that hat, where we're just like, oh, yeah, this is cool. So it's just like doing actual shit. I think it's a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but yeah,
super.
I mean, yeah, that's like one of the biggest questions of like how we get inspired by things. Another, yeah, I mean, we run through stuff all the time with sneakers.
Yeah, facts. Because it's like some things just don't. It's not that they don't last. It's just we get our wares and our use out of it, and even just being in this world, like
I recently sold a Fragment one that
yeah.
I didn't even post on my Instagram that was mine or anything, but it was my pair, and we put it on the show how the guy was looking for fragments and he found it here. But then it's funny because now everybody, anytime we get a size 10 through 11 fragment, everybody's just like, Britt sold another pair, Britt sold another pair. But they're not my pairs. They're the community's pairs just being resold.
Yeah, because I asked, remember, I was like, oh, how many do you have left? And you're like, oh, 4 or something.
Yeah, I think I have like 3 or 4 left. It's not too many. But yeah, you know, sneakers at the end of the day are still investing. Fragments are super low right now, but I sold them at a peak.
Yeah, they are like low to what they've been before, bro. That's crazy. But low-key, everything is right now.
Yeah, but it's like adjusting to the market too. Like we adjusted too. Like we don't. Again, the Brazil dunks are coming out, and we're about to lose money on those. You know, like
yeah, literally price dropping them for opening tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's just being aware of everything, your surroundings, and I think for us or for myself, just in life, I just pay attention to a lot of things. I'm not just like syndicate. You know, I'm not. Yeah.
There's definitely more to life. Like the store is cool and it allows us to do a lot of things, thankfully. But I think also we know that we have lives outside of this and everything comes and goes, and like it's one thing. It's not everything. And that's a big difference.
But yeah, I think that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, ask more questions. We'll answer them. We'll do one answer, one current. Let us know what you guys think.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that.
Peace.